The day started off by me and Shannon and Zoe, I think, waking up at like 5 a.m. because of various reasons, which I'll explain in a minute. And so we got up and we like just laid in our beds for a few hours, and then at like 7 we decided we should just start getting ready for the day. And so we went to the bathroom and this happened. It's like 7 a.m. and none of us could sleep very well. Me and Shannon have been up since 5 a.m.
So me, maybe. Look at me.
And Shannon is like in
naked.
Is that a blanket?
No, it's a scarf.
And a scarf and a t-shirt.
A tank top and shorts. Walking through the snow in moccasins.
In January.
At 6 o'clock in the morning. This
And
is the dumbest thing I've done ever.
I know, but seriously, that room was so annoying. The beds were hard like rocks, and there was this annoying light that kept flashing in our, it wasn't even flashing, it was just like a light in our eyes, and some like dehumidifier thing kept beeping. Oh, okay. And now we're gonna go take a shower.
Fashion with Shannon at 6 o'clock in the morning. Shorts, moccasins, a tank top, and a comfy scarf, and backpack.
Beautiful. Love it. After the whole bathroom, like getting ready for the day thing, just ate breakfast, and then we went to devotions, and we did like this wing called the Swedish Bible method, where you split up into pairs and then you like just do stuff, and then we took some pictures. Okay guys, we're taking a walk in the woods, and our cabin is right over there, but we're taking a walk and we're all really cold because these two didn't wear coats like we told them to.
You're cold because we didn't wear coats? Yeah.
Sure. And also my hair is frozen. So that's what's going on right now. Amanda just said, what kind of animal produces that?
Funnier.
And then we went to chapel, I think.
Hey guys, so we're in chapel getting ready to worship. I don't know if you can hear us because it's really loud, but we're just chilling. This is what it looks like. There's Daniel Simmons. He's the leader of Danny Simmons and the Danny Simmons band. Yeah, the worship leader. After chapel, we shuttled back to the cafeteria to eat lunch. Me and Zoe just like waited in front of a fireplace again because we were cold for like a half hour for our cabin. We're waiting for our small group to get here, and we don't know where they are. Yeah, we ditched them, or they ditched us, whichever one you want to say. And we were riding in a bus, and it had lit music. It was really fun. And I'm not sure what we even ate for lunch. Oh, I remember. I think it was like tacos or something like that. Okay, we're eating lunch, and since me and Zoe are eating gluten-free, we have ice cream for lunch and applesauce, so yay. After lunch, it was free time, yay. So for free time, me and Zoe decided that we were gonna play broom ball for the first time. Neither of us had ever played, but both of our brothers really wanted us to play, and so we were like, okay, I'll do it. So I bought a mouth guard for $5, and I was super excited to play, so was Zoe. So we decided to go back to our cabin and get some stuff like our camera and money. After we got our stuff from the cabin, we went back to the dining hall to mold my mouth guard into my mouth because you have to put it in boiling water. So we did that. It took like 15 minutes. Finally got that done. And then me and Zoe and our pastor John started walking down the super icy hill to get to the broom ball tournament place. So we were walking down the hill, and we would look like on that side of the path, and there was like coffee spilled everywhere from where people fell and spilled their coffee. And we were laughing like, ha ha ha, let's not fall, because it was super icy. And then suddenly John falls, and I was like, oh no. The sound was okay, and we were almost to the bottom of the hill when I feel something smack my leg really hard, and I heard a huge like bang, and I looked down and Zoe fell. She was in extreme pain. Like, it was so bad. She couldn't sit up. Tears were streaming down her face. She was super dizzy, and she even blacked out. And to be honest, that was one of the scariest moments of my life because me and Zoe are really, really, really close. We're really good friends. Sorry, the sun is like in my face. Me and Zoe are really close and we're really good friends, and I didn't want anything to happen to her. Like, that was so scary. Like, she couldn't move and she couldn't talk. And the funny thing is, she still wanted to play broom ball after she fell, and I was like, no, Zoe, you are staying here. Soon a crowd kind of started to appear, and we all started giving her our hats and mittens and scarves and stuff to keep her warm. And people were asking her questions and stuff, and I didn't know, but I found out later that she couldn't remember anything after she fell. So as the crowd was gathering and asking her questions, Pastor John, thank goodness he was there. I don't know what we would do if he wasn't. He ran to go find the nurse. It took him like 15 minutes to find her. So finally she arrived, and Zoe was still breathing because these like a few boys walked by in like Superman costumes, and they were like, is she okay? Is she still breathing? And like Caitlin was like, yeah, she's still breathing. And he's like, are you sure? And we're like, yes, she's still breathing. If she wasn't, we would be performing CPR right now. So she was still breathing. She was okay. And I was so scared though. It was so scary. So the nurse came and she started asking her questions, and after about a half hour of that, she decided to take her to the ER. But Zoe wanted Vicky to go with her to the ER, and Vicky was asleep in our cabin and she wasn't answering her phone, and so the nurse needed somebody to go get her, and so I volunteered. So I was running up the hill. I was already out of breath. I was already so scared. Running up the super icy hill, hoping I wasn't gonna fall. Ran all the way down to our cabin and woke up Vicky. She immediately got out of bed, got her phone, got her coat, and ran down, and she ran so fast that I couldn't keep up. So like by the time I got there, she and Zoe were already gone. We got back to where the scene of the accident was or whatever, and Ellie was there, and so me and Ellie decided to just hang out for the rest of the free time because we had nothing else to do. And I was so like traumatized by this accident that I couldn't play broom ball anymore, so I didn't play broom ball, and we just we couldn't do anything. Like, we were so worried. So for all of free time, me and Ellie and also my friend Amanda just kind of wandered around, ate some ice cream. We're eating ice cream.
Hi, wait, did you vlog about Zoe?
We watched some people go rock climbing.
Go, Daniel!
And I don't even know what else we did. I'll insert clips here.
Boys, I know.
Nope, not gonna play.
Are you serious?
Zoe's brother didn't even know that she was in the ER, so I was telling everybody who I passed, have you heard about Zoe? Did you hear what happened? So basically the whole camp knew by the end of the day what had happened to Zoe. And so I told her brother, and her brother had no idea what happened, so that was pretty funny.
If the medic gets down, then there's waste. They don't have the sewer system like last year.
So free time came to a close, and it was almost time for dinner, and we had called Vicky to see how Zoe was doing, and I said she was doing fine, but she needed a CT scan or something like that. So she was good. She was just really shaky, and we all thought that she had a concussion, but the doctors at whatever ER they went to said that she didn't, and we were like, well, she did black out, and she was really shaky and everything, but they said that she didn't. So at the end of free time, me and Ellie just talked to some people. I think we played a few games in the dining hall and had hot chocolate and stuff. So soon dinner came. They still weren't back. We ate our dinner. I don't even remember what we had for dinner. Oh, it was the meat stuff. No offense, Trout Lake, if anybody working there is watching this. It was just kind of weird. And weird mashed potatoes that still had the skins in it, so it was kind of weird. But that's what we had for dinner. And then soon it was chapel time. So me and Ellie and Amanda decided to go to chapel early. I don't even know why. We shouldn't have gone early though, because who should arrive while we left? Zoe, Shannon, and Vicky, and we didn't even get to greet them. So that was a huge bummer. I was so sad. And so apparently my brother and her brothers greeted her, and I didn't get to. And also she wasn't gonna come to the worship part of chapel because it was too loud for her. Since she had a concussion pretty much, and so she didn't come to that. And so we had chapel. We did this weird game with toilet paper. was a really good chapel, a really good session. I learned a lot. I love our speaker so much. His name's Tim. He's the best. During the chapel, Zoe and Vicky actually came in to chapel and they just sat in the back to listen. And then after chapel, we had some more like worship, and that's when I saw Zoe. It was so exciting. I was like so happy to finally see her again, and I was so happy that she was okay. We hugged for like 15 minutes, it felt like, and I'm so glad she's okay. So we had our chapel, our worship, that was great, and then Zoe needed to go to the bathroom, or I didn't even know if we had to go to the bathroom. So we got to the bathroom, and the bathroom is kind of sketchy. It's like in a basement again of like another thing, but it was a nice bathroom. And so we also like again for like 3,000 minutes, and then we were walking back to the chapel, which isn't that far away. It's pretty close, but you kind of have to go up this hill. And also it was night out. It was probably like 8 at night or 9. And so we were walking up the hill, and all of a sudden I was holding onto Zoe's arm so that she wouldn't fall again. We hear, "Hey boys." It was in this really creepy like old man voice, and me and Zoe screamed so loud, like so loud, and it was silent. And also we found out when we walked into the chapel that they were praying, and we screamed, and so they could all hear us scream. And this leader, he got really mad at us. He was like, "We're praying, guys, shut up." And we're like, "Okay." And then chapel was over. We missed the last part, but whatever. We met up with our cabin. We got like a bag of candy somewhere, and we ate that. And then we rode back on the buses to the dining hall, and I don't even know what we did after that. We had a small group time at the cabin, and then I think we just hung out in the dining hall for a while. It was probably like midnight at this point, and we just like hung out at the dining hall, ate some brownies and cookies, chilled out, had a good time, talked to some people, told more people about what happened to Zoe, and just talked. Ellie and my other counselor Maria decided to go to, I think Amanda went with them. They went down the hill to the barn, and the barn is where there's like the ice cream shop, the climbing wall, there's pool tables set up and stuff, and who knows what they did there. And then me and Vicky and Zoe decided to go back to our cabin and talk. So we talked for about 3 hours. They were there for like 3 hours. I don't know what they were doing. We had a good time, and then Vicky went to bed. Me and Zoe talked for a while. We laughed really hard. We hung out in my hammock. We ate some food. And soon everybody came back from the barn, and I think we all got ready for bed, and then we ate more food, and then we just didn't want to go to bed yet, so we just like hung out and talked. And then we decided to like kind of weirdly prank them in your girls' cabin and put a note under the door that said, "I could smell your peanut butter lies from here." I don't know what that meant, but we did that. And they didn't really get a kick out of that, so. And then we talked more. We're going to bed.
Prom 2017 one.
I was supposed to get to bed early, but she didn't. But that's okay. We were at the retreat. And then we went to bed, and we slept peacefully that night. There was no bright light shining in our eyes. We covered that up. There was no dehumidifier beeping. We found out that that was a prank that the senior girls did on us. They hid like a timer under a bunk bed, and me and Amanda found it, and we were like freaking out. But then we later found out it was just for the dehumidifier. We thought it was a bomb. They also hid one under the trash can. So I slept great, slept peacefully. It was a good time, and that was the end of day 2 of the winter retreat. Day 3 of the winter retreat, woke up, got ready. I don't think I vlogged too much this day. I was really tired. We ate a breakfast of cinnamon rolls, and then we had chapel again, but this time it was in the dining hall because it would take too much time to go drive all the way to the chapel and then all the way back, you know, so we just had it in the dining hall. We sang some songs. Tim spoke for the last time. After chapel, we took some pictures out on the deck looking out over the lake and the tubing hill. And we also took some Polaroids. We were supposed to have small group time, but we just took our pictures instead. And I bought a book from Tim. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. This book right here. I love it. I haven't read it yet, but I already love it. And I got him to sign it. I'm so happy. He's my favorite. See?
He signed it. So I need to read that book. I really do. So after he signed the book, we loaded onto the buses, and I sat by Vicky again, and we just had a good time on the bus. Vicky slept the whole time. We played a game called MASH. I don't know if you know what that is. And we talked with Richie. Yeah, it was a good time. Then we got back to church, and I said bye to everybody. My dad picked me up, and then we went home. So that's a wrap on Winter Retreat 2K17. I hope you enjoyed. A lot of memories were made that weekend, bad ones and good ones, and I'm so thankful for my experience there. So peace out. I'll see you in my next vlog.